Additionally, we are going to talk about the present bull cycle, as well as the price of trash XRP in this video. It has been brought to my attention by a great number of individuals. The same question is asked to me over and over again: why is XRP not functioning as expected? The response that I always give to this is that it is not underperforming, rather, it is simply doing what XRP does, which is to say that it does not alter until the very end. At the conclusion of the cycle, everything will be shattered into bits. It is not that I am claiming that there will be a change in pricing, rather it is that we need to reach above $1. Before it is time for it to make its move, more like that $1.50 zone has been established. The current price is 60 cents, and it will remain that way until the ball is over till the next year. In light of the fact that we are able to reliably expect the 5 to 10x, which will provide us with a 5 to 10 on XRP, potentially even higher, we are going to. But before we do so, how about we begin the movie and make sure that we have sufficient time? The value of Bitcoin, which is currently at $3,548,000, has decreased by 21% during the course of the previous 24 hours on Ethereum. In order to arrive at the respective dollar pricing, 1% of USDT and USDC are used. Hey, what do you think of XRP? It shifted in a certain way. That is accurate, 63 cents. It has increased by nearly 1%, driving the trend on this extraordinarily red Saturday, and we are going to refer to it as total cryptocurrency market capitalization. The market capitalization is currently at $267,300,000. Indeed, I concur with the market capitalization. As of right now, we are practically back at the height of the bull run that occurred between the years 2020 and 21. This was all of the time before the bear market erupted. Taking all of this into consideration, I believe that this is going to be one of the most volatile Bitcoin bull run crypto cycles you have ever seen, with incredibly severe swings. It has never been possible for this market, Bitcoin, to fail. Up until the point where we finished it, it had reached an all-time high. It has never before been the case that the total overall market capitalization of cryptocurrencies has surpassed that benchmark. Additionally, we are effectively remaining at the same spot. When compared to $2.70, level rights are not even close. The fact that you will soon be able to breed them makes it an extremely important step. You should make sure that you have a single copy of each superhero before they are all gone. On the other hand, I believe that over 400 copies have been sold, and the villains are also getting very close to reaching that amount. XRPs, you have to make sure you lock in yours today. We accept payments made by credit card and debit card, and you can choose the way that works best for you. What do you think? It dawns on me that I am repeating myself like a broken record. It is possible to receive XRP back for each and every month that you invest in the production of this film. An unusual offer is being made here. The fact that Tether was developed by a Ukrainian development team is something that caught my eye, as I mentioned earlier. It is interesting to note that Ukraine was not the country to where the FTX funds were being transported. As a result of our agreement to work together, which consisted of only the three of us and perhaps the three of them, I decided to bring in a developer. They were a development team that had migrated to the Bay Area but had to come back because things were not functioning properly there. They were a group of Ukrainians who had invented a holy wallet or a holy transaction utilizing plug-and-play technology. See, I was in the process of launching an entirely new company. Isn't it fascinating to think about? The product emerges from my incubator every 30 to 60 to 90 days, and as a result, there was a development team that was working out where to plug in. It was through this method that he was manipulating FTX and making these peculiar payments to Ukraine. However, here is where the humorous part comes in. I'm not managing to pull it off. In the upward direction, I have it on my phone. A discussion on Sam Baker's former cellmate may be found on Reddit, namely in the Bitcoin feed. He is with a man who has been serving a sentence of 25 years in jail for armed robbery, and this man is complaining that Sam won't stop talking during their conversation. Regarding crypto, in point of fact, he requested to be added as a new cellmate, but his request was denied. This is due to the fact that he does not wish to be with Sam and is completely sick of hearing about it. To my mind, that is quite humorous. Individuals, if you would want to read it, please go to the Reddit discussion that is about cryptocurrency. Talking about sun protection factor SPF is fascinating, and I'm not making any of that stuff up. When we talk about the cash that were supposed to be delivered to Ukraine but have already arrived there, it makes you question what was truly going on behind the scenes. Let me ask Mike Novak about it. Many thanks to the person in question. I am telling you, Novak Grad is a very good person, and if you want me to get the two he rode that pump, I will do it. Actor who was exceedingly questionable in the context he was in. He was in the rear of Luna. He took part in the conference calls that were held. During the hacking of the DAO, this is not the kind of person you wanted. I found out that if you are a wealthy individual, you do not break the law. This is not beneficial for everyone besides myself. I had the idea that I could purchase it without having to go to a store. After some time, I decided to give Vitalik, whom I had met before but did not really know, a call. To introduce myself, I recently bought Ethereum from Vitalik. At 96 cents, I won't tell you how much you can get over the counter from B. On the other hand, it is not a trivial amount. Indeed, and after that, I started making additional purchases. As a result of the over-the-counter OTC market, I now possess a sizable quantity of Ether, perhaps $150 worth, and I am curious about the appropriate actions to do regarding India. After a period of 2 weeks, it was already trading when I came back. In the future, when it was trading at $150, I realized that Joe was no longer in need of my money. This realization occurred as the price began to grow. March is now the month. Considering that you are aware that you should not engage in arbitrage and that he had a considerable sum of Ether in his possession. Your friend and I were talking about the ways in which we may be of assistance. We have a lot of things in common. Because he is a superb speaker and leader, despite the fact that he has a great deal more technical expertise than I have made the decision to simply support him and continue living my life as a private investor. I recruited a young man named John West, and he turned out to be an outstanding individual who genuinely lived up to the deal. Thank you. As a result, I suggested that you go live with those individuals. In addition, I participated in the conference calls, and it was fascinating to observe everything from the highest level down, including the hack of the Dow. I simply have a natural talent for trading, and as a result, I would purchase and sell. When the price reached 20, I decided to sell the lot and then buy it back at 8. The old wise man was merely thinking about commerce as I was listening to him. Are you sure you heard that? It was all communicated to you as well. It's crazy, but right now in the middle of my video, I'm getting calls on Discord. Congratulations, Novak. I'm getting calls on Discord every single second. All right, let me wrap this up. Do you not think that timing is simply perfect? We move forward without any incidents. The beginning of this was handled really well by us. Also, there is another video. As a result of crypto legislation, the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) targeted Ripple, and more especially XRP. I was informed of this by a third party, Al. Not very long ago, there were hundreds of other cryptocurrencies that were accessible to purchase. If I were to take into consideration all of his emails, I would say that there are thousands of other cryptocurrencies in circulation. Therefore, why did they decide to pursue plans within plans with XRP as the asset of choice? The guidelines are outlined in this document from the government. It has been brought to our attention that he was advised not to meet with Simpson Thacher and that he was to abstain from any topics pertaining to Bitcoin. What I don't understand is how you can get from that to his address in 2018. All right, so you start with that, and then you ask, all right, had there been any reminders along the way about the different kinds of training that he had you go over? If guardrails were installed, what sort were they used? However, what other activities did he participate in that were considered to be private? Do you have any speeches that are open to the public? Does he have any other appointments that he attended? In the event that it was clear that he did not care about disobeying this instruction, then what would be the alternative? In the same way, Henman and Clayton are both members of the boards of advisors. You are aware of the additional information that is available to us, but we are not aware of it. During their time at the Securities and Exchange Commission, they were highly effective in a number of organizations. I would like to reiterate that these close relationships, some of this is actually kind of you, which is, in my opinion, the very definition of crony capitalism. The actions that they take are ones that are beneficial to them. What's more, when they go out, they benefit much more from it. Additionally, it is beneficial to friends and other close friends as well, as is only natural. To answer your question, yes, and so, you see a lot of that again in government, where individuals are kind of captivated by their own agency.